Hello everybody and welcome back to Harvest Moon Magical Melody. Today is the 29th day of summer. It's the last festival of the season. The Sheep Festival, which I have ranted and raved about for a couple of videos now. So we're gonna get going to that in just a little while, but I was unfortunately hit with a storm yesterday. I had mentioned last video that I had a storm on the 20th day of summer. Here I was thinking I was going to be able to survive the season without one, and then I get hit with two storms practically in the same week. So that's kind of a bummer. However, I'm not too bummed about it because it is pretty much the end of summer and I do plan on getting all of those crops removed in fall anyways, so that's alright. I can survive. They have done well. I've gotten a lot of profit off of them. And thankfully, because it was raining on the 27th, my animals are also all inside, so none of them had to suffer through the storm. Although they might be a little bit hungry, so I just fixed this. I just spent a lot of money going in and making this all even and neat and tidy, and now the storm completely messed that up. It blew rocks and branches onto my property, which I'm a little miffed about. I probably won't even bother fixing it for the second time because it's expensive and time consuming. Although this bothers me because you can see how patchy and crappy this looks. And that just is a huge pet peeve and a big annoyance. However, my animals have lots to eat. That gets me so mad. But I guess I should just be thankful that everyone is healthy, and even if they weren't fed for a day, they all seem to be doing fine. I'm gonna probably do most of my animal stuff when I get back. I'll let them out to graze now that it's sunny. But Lambchop is fine, and I have mentioned a couple of videos ago, maybe it was last video, that in order to enter the Sheep Festival, your sheep has to be an adult, has to be healthy, not pregnant, and it also has to have all of its wool. So Lambchop is at 9 hearts. Bessie was at 9 hearts when she entered the Cow Festival, so I'm fairly positive that we're going to be able to win today. And hopefully we will walk away with another musical note. Alright, so now that I've looked at all the damage to all my property, I'm gonna go to the Sheep Festival and hope that things turn around. It takes place in the square from 6 AM to 6 PM, like most festivals. And I've never really noticed it before, but actually Spring Farm is affected as well. Their crops get wiped out. I never noticed that. That's kind of interesting. At least I'm not the only one that had to suffer. I guess that makes me feel a little bit better. It's kind of tragic though. Especially because that's their whole living. I mean, I get to ship animal products, but they depend on their crops. Of course, I'm just gonna walk there today because I didn't bring my bell with me to let all my animals out. I keep forgetting about that damn bell. Don't ask me why. But anyways, here we are with the Midsummer Sheep Festival. Once again, and for the final time. Let's go ahead and let's enter Lambchop and keep our fingers crossed to see how he/she does. So we're gonna talk to everybody, of course. Here's Bob. Taking care of sheep with lots of love leads to shearing high quality wool. That's not really rocket science, but you can see some of the wool can be really dirty if you don't take care of your animal. It still sells for quite a bit of money though, which is kind of surprising. Sheep's wool, huh? I'm not interested. Then why are you here? I guess just because he's on my friends list and he's high above. He always seems so unenthusiastic about everything. But that's okay. I can be pretty pessimistic and unenthused myself, so I guess that's why he's a good match for me. My sheep won't lose to anyone. Why don't you just go home now? Because I'm gonna wipe the floor with you like I did last festival. Sheep are gentle and timid creatures. They always run around in those flocks. And then of course once you talk to everybody, the judging will automatically begin, so they're going to announce the results. Aha! And there we are on the pedestal, looking proud as ever as our sheep from Meadow Green Farm steals the win right out from Jamie's nose. And our prize is a year's worth of fodder, which is great because I got a year's worth of fodder for winning the cow festival, so now I really don't have anything to worry about, which is great. So we conclude the sheep festival for the final time, and we managed to win, so we don't have to worry about that anymore, which is great. And here's our note for winning, which is the Baaaa note. A note of happiness for when the sheep you carefully raised became the best in the village. Which I think is actually a copy and paste of the description for the cow note, but whatever. I'll ignore it. Copy and paste or not, I still won. The only 2 festivals I have left to worry about is the fall horse race, which I think Epona is well trained for. I think her training level is at 10 actually. So I'm crossing my fingers I'll be able to win and get that sweet power berry. And we also have the chicken festival coming up in winter, so I still have a few months to prepare for that. And if I manage to get those 2, I will have achieved all of the animal festival notes, which is great. So now you can see that Lambchop also has the little crown beside her name. And it's great because I can finally shear this sheep. I haven't sheared it in a little while, just because I was scared it wouldn't grow back in time. So I'm really looking forward to going back and getting some profit off of the sheep, because wool is really great profit. So that's that. I'm going to quickly go over some notes, because I do believe the last time I updated everybody on notes, I was at 77. And I am very pleased to announce, of course, that I reached my goal of 80 notes. And I am well on my way to 85. I definitely didn't underestimate my abilities. I thought 80 was going to be really difficult to get, but it actually wasn't. I don't know how if I could speak the same for the last 10 notes. I think those would be a real challenge. But I have really gotten quite a few notes just in the month that I've been playing. So the first note that I got was the lucky note, which you receive from getting $1,000 worth of money when you're mining. You just use your hoe in the mine, and sometimes on top of fishing out roots or clay or limestone, you'll also get money, and you just pick it up. And once you get 1,000, you'll get this note. So it's a very, very easy one to get. It just kind of comes naturally. Of course, I got my wedding day note when I got married to Ray on the 9th of summer. I got the announcement for my baby today. I'm going to be putting that in a different video. I didn't really think it was fitting to have it in this one just because it's a festival. But I will be having a baby, and it should be here in winter, so we will be prepared for that. And of course, we have a couple more notes in the baby section here, which I may or may not be able to get by the time the playthrough is over. I did get the note for owning the 10 pieces of property, although I'm not sure where it is in this list. I might have to look around for it a little bit. I just got the Baaaa note for winning the sheep contest, and I actually have now successfully befriended every single person, every single marriage candidate, with the exception of Jamie, who you can only get the note for after you've gotten all 99 notes. So I got the Master Pickup Artist note when Dan was at 2 hearts. So I think that I am doing pretty darn good for myself. Of course, I don't want to jinx it and have something terrible happen, but I really have come a long way, and I'm very proud of my progress. And I do plan to update everybody on what I'm going to be doing in fall. I think by the end of the playthrough, I'm going to have a really good, sizable file, so to speak. You know, Nixos will have her tycoon type farm going on. And yeah, until then, guys, I'm pretty much done. I'll see you in fall. I hope that you enjoyed, and I will see you all then.